And
Well,
it could be,
I guess I don't have to. I guess my question about the child labor thing is answered.
and it could be for like the smallest, most inconsiderate thing too.
Like saying you smell like bread,
I mean, like,
and then child labor exists
Again.
again.
I mean, even okay. So basically, is it possible if you say that the glorious leader likes cheeseburgers a little too much, that your family can be sent to a prison camp?
Cheeseburgers.
Imagine being so sensitive that you send people to prison for insulting you. How are you gonna lead a country and be that sensitive?
Somehow it does. However you do
Somehow
it,
it
Kim, good job.
I mean,
I guess.
yeah, sure.
Let's unpause.
Alright.
Even if none of them have ever been accused of a crime, even if you were a loyal, patriotic member of North Korean society, a tomato can become a grape in an instant because of something their relative did. Family reunions are great, but not when you're reunited digging ditches in a labor camp. Well, at least it's easy to stay out of trouble. You just have to avoid doing anything that would anger the massive surveillance apparatus that works to track down all enemies of the state at the first sign of trouble. We hope you didn't dress too casually when you came on.
In that
In
case,
that case, you should be like me in 6th grade and don't do anything.
I mean, but then again, you aren't completely safe because your siblings can completely screw you over.
Which is why you go alone. Just like me in 6th grade. Anything to say?
I mean, I wouldn't go at all.
If you do go alone, just be like 6th grade me.
True.
At least everything of 6th grade me before the last week of school.
I mean, yeah. I mean, why would you even want to... Who would want to go to North Korea with you anyway?
Okay, let's unpause.
Alright.
On the trip, because it's very easy to get into legal trouble in North Korea for something as simple as your pants. Blue jeans are banned in North Korea because they consider them a symbol of American imperialism, but at least you can easily change your clothing. If you were a resident of North Korea, your life would be strictly controlled, starting with your hair. In the Hermit Kingdom, all residents must have a government-approved hairstyle, one of 28. Unmarried women have to keep their hair short, but married women have more freedom. Women play surprising roles in North Korea, including exclusively filling the role of traffic guards. Remember that grumpy old crossing guard when you were going to school? She looked a lot like Grandma, but your grandma never yelled, "Move it along," quite like that. In North Korea, traffic police are very different. Staffed entirely by young, attractive women under the age of 26, this position has existed since the early days of the regime. Because the country didn't have traffic lights yet, they had humans direct traffic. The traffic women of North Korea are among the most prestigious positions people aspire to there, with the workers getting higher pay, free housing, and even military honors for doing their job well. We're a long way from the intersection by your elementary school. In your spare time, when you're not being taken on guided tours around the country with the other tourists, you figured you should take in some leisure activities. You heard a game of basketball was being played locally, and you love that game, but it doesn't take long into play to realize that this definitely isn't the basketball you know. They play a game with different rules than anywhere else on the planet. Kim Jong-il had courts installed in all of his palaces, and his son is friends with the NBA bad boy Dennis Rodman. But they've changed major details in the game. Three-pointers are now worth 8 points, missing a free throw subtracts 1 point from the team's score. And any baskets made in the last 8 seconds are now worth 8 points. That makes for a chaotic finish.
thanks
Thanks
for
for finally deciding to pause.
Well, if missed free throws subtract points, then Shaq would be a really bad basketball player.
I'm glad you're saying this because I know nothing about sports.
Yeah, so,
And 3-pointers are worth 3 points, not 8 in America. I mean, this is North Korea.
I mean, this is North Korea. I'm not even surprised at this point. What's next? Do they have, like, their own version of football where if you drop a pass, you lose 6 points?
Probably.
Probably.
Finish to the game, but a confusing one for any outsiders watching. Recreation in North Korea is as strange as everything else they do. But the oddness doesn't end when you return to your hotel. You're in a hotel with almost every other tourist in the country, in a centralized location, surrounded by water, on an island in Pyongyang. The Yanggakdo Hotel is one of the nicest places in the country, always kept comfortable even when most of the city is without basic comforts like air conditioning. Power goes out regularly in North Korea at night, so much that it can be seen from space as the country goes dark. But you don't have to worry about that. Don't count on enjoying your favorite TV shows though, like the internet